Okay, I don't have my gavel, so I'll start. I'd like to bring the City of Pinole Planning Commission regular meeting of Monday, December 14th, 2020 to order. We are via Zoom video conference, and due to the state of California's declaration of emergency, this meeting is being held pursuant to the authorization from Governor Newsom's executive orders. City Council and the commission meetings are no longer open to in-person attendance. There's things about how to watch the meeting, but if you're watching this, you already know how. Comments, please submit public comments to planning staff before or during the meeting via email to dhanham@ci.pinole.ca.us. That's dhanham@ci.pinole.ca.us. Comments received before the close of the item will be read into the record and limited to 3 minutes. Please include your full name, city of residence, agenda items that you are commenting on. Okay, with that, did the call of order. Let's have the Pledge of Allegiance and roll call. Here's the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of
the United States of America,
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. David, would you like to do the roll call?
Yes, Councilmember Benzuli.
Present.
Commissioner Flashman, or Vice Chair Flashman, she's out. She's got an excused absence tonight, emergency. Commissioner Moriarty.
Present.
Commissioner Wong.
Here.
Chair Current.
Here.
Okay, we have 4 members, so we can take action on any items that are on the agenda tonight.
Okay. I'll go to item C, citizens be heard. The public may address the Planning Commission on items that are within its jurisdiction and not otherwise listed on the agenda. Planning commissioners may discuss the matter brought to their attention, but by state law, the Ralph M. Brown Act, action must be deferred to a future meeting. Time allowed 5 minutes each. Mr. Hannum, do we have any citizens be heard?
No, we do not.
Okay. All right, then go on to item D, meeting minutes, the Planning Commission meeting minutes from November 30th, 2020. Any comments on the meetings? Any motion for approval? What's the pleasure of the commission?
I have no, does anyone have anything to say? If not, I will move that we accept the minutes as presented from November 30th, 2020.
And this is Commissioner Benzuli. I second that motion.
Thank you. We have a motion on. Let's take a vote. Do we need to take a roll call vote?
We can on this.
Okay.
Commissioner Benzuli.
Approve?
Yeah. Yes or no is good. That's good.
Yes.
Commissioner Moriarty.
Yes.
Commissioner Wong.
Yes.
Chair Current.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay. Okay, we'll go to public hearings. We don't have anything there, so I won't read the stuff on that. Go to F, old business, we got none. And G, new business, we have the 2021 Planning Commission schedule. I think we all got it.
If you want me to kind of, so basically Justin and I went through the year and we found all the fourth Mondays. And where there were conflicts, which was pretty much in, which were actually this year we were pretty good.
I know.
We didn't have a lot of issues like we did like with Christmas, only because of the lateness and when everything was. So we felt that the original schedule looks pretty good. And if you guys have any comments, be happy to answer any of those comments. If not, this will go into effect and we'll get it on the website if you approve it and move forward.
Yeah, I would like to make a comment. You're absolutely right about usually we have conflicts with Memorial Day or Thanksgiving, but I think having the December meeting on the 20th, which is Christmas week, I think that could be an issue. So can we change that to, I don't know, what's the feeling of the commission to change that to 12/13?
Commissioner Wong, I think that's actually fine. You know, it would be helpful, and hopefully next year we are all to be open and able to travel. So making it a little bit earlier before the holiday time off, it's actually a good idea.
Yes. Anne, what do you think?
I'm fine. I'm fine either way.
Okay, so I guess Adam, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay either way. I think they're both fine.
Okay, and David, I assume this is okay with the city schedule.
Yeah, we kind of had to change the city schedule a little bit around because there was some issues regarding before we were mandatory to be in the past. We were mandatory to take vacation during this time during the Christmas holiday, and we closed down City Hall. However, I think this year moving forward, the City Hall will be closed the week between Christmas and New Year's. But if employees want to come and work, they can come in and work and not be charged vacation and that kind of stuff. So where normally we probably would have been shut down from the 20th all the way through the 31st. I think next year we'll be working, but I'm okay with moving it to the 13th because a lot of people are taking that week off anyway.
I know, I will.
So, you know, I'm okay either way. So, but
okay.
if you'd like to move it to the 13th, we're fine with that as well.
I think there's a consensus to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments? All right. Motion to approve. From anybody?
Sure, I will. I move that we approve the 2021 Planning Commission regular meeting schedule as amended, that Monday, December 13th, 2021 will be our December meeting.
Okay.
Commissioner Benzo, I second that motion.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sounds like I heard 4 voices. So Pat, the motion passes 4-0. All right.
All right.
All right. Communications. Oh no, we have to have the item H, the city planners commissioners report. Verbal updates of projects.
I don't really have a whole lot from our last meeting. Our last meeting was only a couple of weeks ago. So I don't have a whole lot. It's just we're moving forward on our one project with over on 2801 Pinole Valley Road. So we're moving forward with that. We're working on something right now to try to get potentially a public output. We're looking at doing about 1,000-foot radius around the project. And we'll send, of course, to the planning commissioners as well and try to create maybe a Zoom public meeting that's going to kind of be interesting on how all that works. Dave and I still have to sit down and talk about how we're going to do that because it could get unruly pretty fast with everybody in there. So we're going to figure out how we're going to do that. So that'll be the next item. Other than that, we're still working with the two other properties that are looking for units on San Pablo and Appian, the old Kmart Center. We're still working with those applicants.
Kmart's on Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. I'm sorry. I thought we're still working with those applicants. We've been meeting with them, and hopefully we're going to be getting applications in the new year. Roughly in January, February of the new year. We're also a project that's coming up pretty quick. Is one of the properties the city owns, the 811 San Pablo. We're working with an affordable housing builder to build 32 units. And so we're going through with that. What I would really like the commissioners to do over the next, probably the next couple months, is start looking at some of the housing legislation that's gotten passed, because a lot of it is if these applicants can find a way to make themselves if the applicants not make themselves, but the applicants have the ability to make all the findings based on some of the state law, there will be no public hearings. There'll only be design review type hearings in terms of these affordable housing projects, based on the numbers, based on the median income that these projects are serving. So, because there's a couple of projects that are looking at SB 35, and it only gives us about 90 days to make things happen. So, this new legislation that all the housing legislation that passed is really now going to start taking effect, because developers are now getting a lot more wiser on how to use them to their advantage and our disadvantage. So, you need to take a look at that. And also, just to let you know that I will hopefully be sending out an RFP for our SB2 money in January. Hopefully get a consultant on February to start looking at our specific plan and our general plan EIR, and some objective standards, so that when these projects do come into play, that we've got some objective standards that we can put these projects up against, because that seems to be the big ticket. Other than that, that's all I have. Our permits are still up. We're still getting a lot of permits coming in, but yeah. So we just found out we got our LEAP money for our housing element. So we'll be sending out an RFP probably in February or March or January or February to start that process as well. So we've got a couple of big projects coming up besides the plane project. So the new year is going to start out pretty busy.
It sure sounds like it, and it's actually quite exciting. Hopefully, March, April timeframe, we may be able to reconvene in the city council chambers. Maybe that might be a little bit optimistic, but I don't think it's going to be that much longer.
No, I mean, we're taking a look at that right now. We're also taking a look on how, in terms of what the vaccine in Contra Costa County and when it hits here, and trying to get an idea of of when we can start going back into the chambers. But we'll probably know something more probably about February.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have just two questions. 2801 Pinole Valley Road, right. Is that the apartment complex?
Yeah, and the office modification. Yes.
Right. Okay, so that's the one that's out by the high school.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And my second question is will you send us for the housing legislation? Would you send us links to where we can find the updates and all of the different legislative background that we need to look at?
Justin and I are going to be putting that together. You'll probably be getting that probably earlier, more next month. But Justin and I are going to sit down and get you that stuff and get you those links, and because he'll be in tomorrow. And so he and I are going to be talking about that tomorrow, and of getting you those links.
There's a link of California. There's a link of California cities. They usually have an article or a compilation of all legislatures. I don't know if I've seen that or not, but they do a pretty good job of kind of summarizing everything we need to look at.
Yeah, and then you can also if you plug in, like, let's say SB 35 on your Google alert, the California legislative info, that shows the, I'm trying to see if I have one with me. It kind of looks like, when you pull it up, it kind of looks like this.
Dave, I'll also send you, we have summaries we've put together as well.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Sorry, Alex, I didn't see you there. So
that we can share with you can share with email out to the commission.
Perfect. Yeah. All right.
Great. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
Good evening. Blend into City Hall behind me. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I built that, you know.
All right. So that's all I have on my project. So unless you guys have questions or stuff I can answer, I can help answer.
Simon, do you have anything?
I don't. Thank you.
Adam?
No, I don't. Thanks.
Only question I have is recruitment.
Yeah, Heather and I are going to be working on that. Heather's been having a lot of stay at home due with COVID and her son, and doing some distance learning. So she's doing a lot of telecommuting. So she and I have been emailing each other back and forth. And you should probably see the new proposal or the new notice for planning commissioners here in January, and hopefully get people on. And like I said, I will also be going through, and I need to meet with her, because sometimes Lorraine, who also works out of Heather's offices here, is maybe get a copy of some of the old commissioner applications that came in. So I'll be looking at those too here in the next couple of weeks, next 3 or 4 weeks, so we can get the commission filled.
Great. Chair Curran, I actually had a couple of questions when you're ready. So
go ahead.
Okay, great. Are the Old Town Design Guidelines on the website now?
I don't know.
One that we had said that should be put on the website, since in January we're going to start discussing that.
Yeah, I can look right now. I want to say, when I'm talking to Justin, I thought we might. If you go, I'm going to go to my page or the planning page right now and see if they're on.
I couldn't find them the other day when I looked.
Okay, I'll check with Justin. If not, we should be getting them on fairly quickly, because he has the ability to get on there and put them on.
That would be great if we could get those on before the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Just especially since we're going to be talking about those. Also, we had suggested, and Chair Curran concurred, that for upcoming meetings, again, maybe starting in January, that we have a list of the status of all approved projects, so that we can just go zing, 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 zing real quick and don't have to, slow things down with that. So a spreadsheet of, what that status is, that would be a really helpful thing to have.
Yeah, we're putting that. We were planning on doing it for January. I didn't do it tonight due to the fact that I had a couple of weeks in between. I'd have time to do all the research for the projects. What we'll probably do is take a look at at least the last projects that were approved last year, in terms of, and where they are in terms of status, and then we will have future projects and that, and where they're all at. So we'll probably take a look at a year behind. And then move forward that way. So if that's all right with the commission,
that'd be great.
Excellent. Good. And I don't think it needs to be, comprehensive, but just a couple words, just so that we've got that idea. And Alex, you were going to look into if I and Sarah Flashman need to recuse ourselves. Discussions.
And I'll follow up with an email for you both. It's a little complicated. Basically, we'd have to rely on an exception that the design guidelines would impact more than 25% of properties in the city. And so we're looking into that to try to see if that is the number that's there, if that threshold is met.
Okay, great. Okay, let's hope so. We'd really like to be part of that discussion.
Certainly.
Yeah. Good. Okay, and two last things. I'm the one who said I want a fast meeting, and then the other thing that we had talked about for the future. would be hopes of a meeting with City Council at some point. Maybe that's like a better thing to wait until we can meet in person. Just to see that especially it's a new council now, if we're all on, the same board, what's our vision, what are our goals for the city, and how the Planning Commission can support the council's vision, as well as where we're at. So hopefully, we can get something like that soon. And my last thing was just that you were going to look to see if we had any money in the tree mitigation fund.
Yeah, I'm still trying to hunt that down. The finance have been taking the people are having that. The finance people are taking vacations here and there, and I'm not getting to the right person. So I should have it by the January meeting. What I'll probably do is once I get that information, I'll email it out to you since it's all public record. It's public record anyway. So I'll send it out to you. Hopefully in the next few weeks.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And that's all I have.
Okay. I don't have anything. Does anybody else have anything? We've already gone past 20 minutes, so we're not going to set a record. So we can...
2 minutes. That's it. 2 minutes.
That's okay. If not, I'll go to adjourning the meeting. Next meeting is going to be on January 25th, 2021 at 7 p.m. And I'm sure it's going to be a Zoom meeting. So with that, I will close the meeting. I don't have my gavel today, so I'll pound my fist. Okay?
Sounds good.
Great. Take it
one. Next year. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe.
All right.